One pope was put on trial after he was already dead. Another ruled for only 33 days, and one was elected before he turned 21. Now, the history of the papacy is full of strange and unexpected stories, so let's dive into the data about popes. So, the shortest papacy ever, and the shortest reign in history, was Pope John Paul I, elected back in August 1978, and he served for only 33 days before his sudden passing. And whilst his brief tenure sparked theories and speculation, the official cause was a heart attack. But in contrast, Pope Pius IX ruled for a staggering 31 years in the 19th century, making him the longest reigning pope. Now, talking about popes, they are usually elected in their late 60s or 70s. But history can tell a different story. The youngest pope ever was Pope Benedict IX, who was elected at just 20 years old in the 11th century. In contrast, Pope Benedict XVI was the oldest, who lived to 95 years old before passing in 2022. So modern popes tend to be elected a lot older, and they also tend to live longer, possibly thanks to advances in modern medicine. But imagine a 20-year-old pope being elected today. I don't think the world would know what to do with itself. So if we look at the age spread of recent popes, we can see that the last 10 popes is an interesting trend. Most have been elected in their mid to late 60s or older, but many have lived well into their 80s and even 90s. Pope John Paul II, for example, was only 58 when he became pope and served for over 26 years before passing 84, nearly one of the longest reigns. And on the other hand, Benedict XVI was elected at 78, and although he retired, he lived to 95. So the role of the pope is clearly one of endurance. While they start late, many have lengthy papacies or long lives even after their term is over. So let's talk about resignations. It's extremely rare for a pope to resign. But in 2013, Pope Benedict XVI shocked the world by stepping down due to health reasons. The last time this happened was over 600 years ago with Pope Gregory XII in 1415. That's right, 1600 years between stints of resignations. As you can see, it isn't a job that people take and then decide to leave. Now, did you know about the Pope that was exhumed? That almost sounds like I'm telling a joke, but it's not a joke, this is the truth. This one is bizarre. In 897 AD, Pope Formosus died, was dug up 2 months later for the infamous cadaver synod. His corpse was placed on trial, and it was found guilty and thrown into the Tiber River. Talk about medieval drama. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with such things these days. Now, popes usually get crowned once, but Pope Pius XII had a triple coronation in 1939. I know that almost sounds a bit much, doesn't it? But his elaborate ceremony symbolized his authority over the church. But in 1963, Pope Paul VI discontinued the tradition, making it the last papal coronation ever. So whether they served for 33 days or 31 years, popes have some of the most fascinating histories in the world. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.